Good morning and welcome to Cannabis is Not the Answer. So this is day number 6 and I have already done my yoga and my meditation, and especially the yoga today was very powerful. I'm working a lot on the lower chakra, so this was the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. And it is just so powerful. I mean, especially that chakra, the second chakra, there are a lot of emotions connected to that. So I remember the first couple of times I did yoga, I was just laying there, with teary eyes afterwards, just so vulnerable. It's such a beautiful thing to let it all surface. And I can also feel that I'm provoking some feelings here, and now I feel more challenged in going to the ocean now. So I think it is a healthy but very challenging process for me to get that out, to really let go of controlling all these things, the feelings. I mean, to me it's just about allowing all the feelings, and like telling those who are still in there, who are like in the muscles, you can get out now, he's gone, the doorman, or because you can call it the doorman or whoever who is like trying to control, or who is like picky. Okay, what kind of feelings are right and not, tell that doorman to get the fuck out of your system and just let the flow of life and the emotions just flush through you. Get rid of the dis-ease of the flow of life, or the energy, basically. And that is definitely something that I've been working on a lot, and people who follow my Danish YouTube channel know that I'm just, in a sense, putting my struggles in a sense out there, because I think there's a lot of stuff we all can teach each other if we are, open, vulnerable. And so, as I've mentioned before, my definition of love, is that love is an absence of an idea that anything should be any different. So you can also say it is an acceptance, but again, acceptance sounds like you have to do something, but you have not to do it. It's the opposite. Love is already there. Love is all there is, and you can call it unconditional love, but love, true love as I see it, is unconditional. All this conditional love, I love you if you are like this or that, if you do this or that to me, or I will love you if I have gotten my cigarettes first, and all these things. So really, to get in to experience true love starts with really truly loving oneself and allowing the emotions, to get through you. Because as I see it, a lot of what we call love is actually a lot of relationships are due to seeking validation, seeking safety. But how can love be a part of like validation? Like you're afraid, you're fearful, you're invalid, or you want safety. What do you want safety from? So these are all born out of fear. So this is not something that I consider to be true love. True love is this, just being, knowing, and not having to label everything and compare yourself or compare everything that happens to something, and really allowing. Of course we have to live here and do our things, but if we're talking about our emotions, I think it is it goes through really allowing what you truly feel, because feelings are there to be felt. So don't try to feel something else. So yeah, a lot of emotions coming to the surface, and what a gift that is. Because if people think that, how do you say that in English? Time heals all pains or what it is. But that to me is bullshit, because if that was the case, there would be no traumas. So you store them in your body somewhere, and you get more and more stiff and more, you know, the energy flows less and less around this area, because you don't want to get aware about what is stored here, you know. So you're very limited in that sense about your expression, but also your impressions. So really, to live fully, I think it is really good to address those things. Okay, time to get to the ocean. I have to sort out a couple of things first, and see you down there. We'll see. I mean, it's Saturday today, and the weather is really beautiful. So we'll see how many people are there. How many people want to see my naked ass. Alright, just made my breathing exercises. Some ladies in wetsuits just jumped in, they were screaming. I don't know, I don't think it's colder than yesterday. So, yeah, I think I'll just jump in today. Alright, see you in there. I would like to be able to pee now. Brain freeze. I don't know if it's due to the breathing exercises or because I'm getting used to this, but I feel like it's the time it takes to like make the pain go away. It's shorter now. I don't think it's because the water is any warmer. How's that? Not really a blue sky today, even though there are no natural clouds. Yeah, I don't know, but unfair there to do this on a Saturday where everyone, I mean, it's been blue sky all week, and on a Saturday they paint the sky. I don't know. This is not my main concern at the moment. Jellyfish today. I haven't seen any. I said, I don't want to see a naked man. So biking home from the beach now, and it's just a rushing inside my body now. I feel really good, so I think I'm gonna go home. Might have a shower, I don't know. I'll wait till the rushing is over, and yeah, then go into nature and see what the day has to offer. Alright, it's 2:30, time to get some breakfast. Have some apple and some pears. I still have a little bit of like, a little bit cold, so maybe I'll have a warm shower, a hot shower before I go out into nature and pick some more apples, maybe some pears. But like, I'm not really that experienced in like winter bathing, so I mean, don't take what I'm doing here for any good reason for you to do the same. I mean, especially the fact that I'm exposing myself so much to the cold without eating any fats. I have no idea, it just feels right, so I'm going with that. So who knows? I don't. Okay, see you later. So I'm out here, I'm a filler now, wandering around an area where some cows have been going throughout the summer, and just looking for some nettles, some thistles, some liberty caps, maybe some cleavers. See what we find. Alright, I found a pear tree. Some pears laying on the ground, so I guess I could shake the tree and get some fresh pears. Let's see. A couple there. One more go. Ah. I think that's enough. Well, I didn't find anything. I found some nettles and some thistles and some cleavers, but apart from that, I didn't find anything. So I'm chilling a little in the tree here before I go home and eating an apple. I might eat two. I also have this little delicious one that I want to eat before I go home, and just, you know, be with nature. And that is, to me, one of the most healing things one can do, to be alone in nature. Sit on the ground, or sit in a tree, or lay down in a tree, as I almost do here. That is such a healing thing, because nature is whole, and we actually are nature. Nature is whole in that sense that there's no doubting out here, there's no questioning if anything should be any different. Nature just is, and we actually also just are. But the mind gets in and questions things, and has fears, and has rejections, and all these kind of ways to believe that things should be any different. So to be in nature and just be reminded of the connection to nature, and the more you connect with nature, the more you will feel connected to yourself. To me, this is one of the greatest things I have done to myself, to go out in nature alone. No distractions, just the raw essence of who I am and what is. And of course, one can sit at home and think, oh, should I go all the way to nature now just to get back home? And in the beginning, it is also a bit like, should I spend 2 hours on that, or maybe even longer? But after doing it a couple of times, you feel how great you feel when you get back home. And after a while, it might become your favorite thing, a bit like meditation or yoga and these things. But to me, being alone in nature is such a freeing thing, and also healing thing, because what we call health and what we call nature is one and the same. So the more natural, I mean nature, I mean not only to eat like natural things, but like I said, nature is just allowing what is. And that is the main reason for the disease and all the unhealthy aspects of our life that we encounter. That is a lack of love, a lack of just being and just allowing and just loving. And we can get reminded of that by going out to nature. So get out in nature, and even in the winter time. I mean, you take a pillow and put it into a bag, a plastic bag, even though I don't really like plastic bags, but there are, you know, water doesn't get through. But don't forget to use the same bag every time. So you're putting a cushion or pillow in there, and you can even put it in the snow, and you can just sit there for hours without getting a cold ass. And my impression, it is my impression that the more how do I say that? The more unlikely, or the less it is inviting, in a sense, to go out to nature, the more rewarding it often is. So when I've been here in Amagerfjell, when you know it is you know, foggy, or you know, it is sometimes raining, even though it's not nice to be fully wet out here, you know, but when I'm totally alone out here, there's no one else and I'm just here, it's just the raw truth, it is just me and nature, you know. This is when I come home that I feel really saturated with such a natural, beautiful energy. So get out in nature. And eat the entire apple. Almost. This is just the flower that was once on the tree. Giving that back. Now I want to chill a little bit up here. See you later. Okay, so today we're gonna pick apples in the dark, apparently. Well, I'm going to climb the tree and shake it and see what falls down. Or see if I can see what falls down. A couple of apples. Now it's like Eastern, we need to find the apples. Okay. Take a alrighty. First one. Can you see it? Alrighty. And welcome. Here we have today's harvest: cleavers, thistles, and nettles. Maybe some snail shit in there. Maybe some snail shit in there also. But yeah, let's say one snail's shit is another man's tit. Forget about that. Don't quote me on that. Okay, and then we have like 5 apples and a couple of smaller apples. My head. And a couple of smaller apples. So I'm pretty hungry right now and a bit exhausted from an intense day. So let's get started. Part of this is always, you know, catching the animals you bring home and release them. Trying to set this up. Stop rolling. Wait, no. It will crawl. Come on. Wonderful. Got it. Okay, and now release. Alright, time has come, and I really look forward to this juice. And I really don't want to talk too much before that now, because the oxidation of the juicing is going on, and the sooner you drink it, the better it is. So I haven't tasted it yet, so we'll see. Oh yeah. Oh. Tastes a bit like when I was a child. There was this chewing gum called Hubba Bubba, and it tastes like that, the apple flavor. And I've made loads because I'm really wow. This is so nice, and I can really feel how I am, and I'm really challenged in a positive way. So I'm still exhausted in my legs, something going on. Time to enjoy this without you guys. You can enjoy yourself whatever you're doing. I'll not come and sneak into your stuff. Well. It's 1:15 and I've just been sitting and doing nothing. I'm pretty wasted right now. I'm really ready to go to bed. But I somehow just felt like, you know, just seeing some videos on YouTube and just, yeah, you know, just chilling in a sense. Yeah, I really felt like that. I think the entire day was pretty much occupied with something that had some kind of intention, you know, something that was about an outcome. So I was really wasted when I came home, even though it's been a beautiful day and a wonderful juice and had a beautiful time in nature, but I felt like, okay, now I just have to sit and kick back and do something meaningless, you know. So now it's 1:15, time to go to bed. I mean, it's Saturday night, you know, so usually I'm out dancing at this time. To people who don't know, I really like dancing. I also have a dancing channel on YouTube. I really like that, and I actually thought about doing that, but maybe I was so sore in my legs because it was best for me not to go out. And maybe I didn't find these Liberty caps because it was best for me not to go in. Just to stay where I am. I don't want to preoccupy myself with anything. So now I'm going to bed. Have a wonderful present moment, time, whatever you do, as long as you really feel like you're doing what you deep down believe is the best thing to do right in this moment. Apparently you believe the best thing to do is to look at YouTube. So have a nice one. See you tomorrow. Peace.